Have you ever noticed how one person can completely take over your thoughts? How a single notification from them can instantly change your mood? Or how you can feel deeply attached to someone even when nothing has actually happened? Here's the unsettling truth. A crush isn't always love. It's often your brain creating a powerful illusion. And once you understand the psychology behind it, you'll never look at a crush the same way again. When you have a crush, your brain releases dopamine, the same chemical involved in pleasure, motivation, and addiction. That's why thinking about them feels exciting. That's why waiting for a message feels intense. And that's why silence from them can feel almost painful. Your brain starts linking that person to happiness and reward, even if you barely know them. In simple terms, your mind turns them into a source of emotional stimulation. This is why crushes can feel overwhelming, obsessive, and impossible to ignore. Another powerful psychology fact most people don't realize is this. When you have a crush, your brain fills in the gaps. You're not seeing the person as they truly are. You're seeing a version your mind has created. Psychologists call this idealization. Your brain takes small details, a smile, a tone of voice, a kind moment, and builds an entire personality around it. That's why your crush can feel perfect. Not because they are, but because your mind is completing the picture for you. This also explains why crushes can hurt so deeply. A crush doesn't hurt because of rejection alone. It hurts because of expectation. Your mind quietly creates conversations, moments, and futures that were never promised. So when reality doesn't match that imagined future, it feels like you lost something real, even though it only existed in your thoughts. Psychology also explains why crushes are so hard to let go of. The human brain hates unfinished emotional stories. This is known as the Zeigarnik effect. Unfinished experiences stay active in our minds longer. When a crush is unresolved, your brain keeps replaying what-if scenarios, hoping for a different ending. That's why even after time passes, even after you try to move on, they still randomly appear in your thoughts. Here's the most important psychology takeaway. A crush doesn't always reveal who you love. It often reveals what you're longing for: connection, validation, attention, emotional closeness. Sometimes the person isn't the answer, they're simply the trigger. So instead of asking, "Why can't I stop thinking about them?" ask yourself, what part of me is asking to be understood? Because when you understand the psychology behind your feelings, you stop being controlled by them, and you start choosing relationships with clarity instead of illusion. If this made you see crushes differently, you're not alone. Thank you for watching Psychology of Everyday People. If you enjoy thought-provoking psychology content that explains real human behavior, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. We'll see you in the next one.